No, you definitely should not buy an Oculus Quest. Wait, hold on just a second. Let me explain before you go running off telling everyone that I said not to buy a Quest. Over the last week or two, I've noticed a progression of negativity towards the Quest platform and the game library. Not just here on the channel, but all over, which got me thinking, maybe the Quest isn't as good as I think it is, or at least maybe my view of the Quest is a bit too jaded. So I set out on an epic journey to dig deeper into what we all know as the Quest. You might say I went on a quest. Sorry, I just couldn't help it. I discovered some interesting things in my digging and I thought I would share them with you. Yes, this is a very different type of video than normal, but I just had to make sure people actually knew what they were getting themselves into with the Quest and all of the negative things that come with it. I've got 3 big reasons why you should not buy an Oculus Quest. Hold on to your butts, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Hello and welcome to the BMF Show. Today we're talking about why you should definitely not buy an Oculus Quest. I'm going to start off with the worst thing of all, and the one thing that may be an absolute deal breaker for many of you. Surprisingly, the Quest is missing one key component of modern-day VR, a PC. You heard me right, the Quest does not require a wired connection to a PC. Who does that? As shocking as that is, it's the truth. The Quest is actually made to be used on its own without a wire connecting you to a PC. I mean, that just blows my mind. How are we supposed to get tangled in the cord anymore? Or yank our PCs off of their desks? No cable means we have freedom to move around, and I mean, who would want that? Hold on just a second. What was that? People like freedom? People want to be able to take the Quest with them everywhere? Vive sells a wireless adapter that costs almost as much as the Quest? Okay, thanks. This just in, freedom is not a bad thing. Being able to take the Quest with you anywhere is a huge plus, not a negative after all. Thanks guys, you set me up and made me look like an idiot. Moving on. Alright, this next one is huge as well. Everyone loves games, right? Lots of games. I'm talking game releases every week, AAA game titles, must-have games. Well, it's been over 9 months, and do you know how many games have been released on the Quest? Just around 116 games. I mean, come on, that's crazy, right? They don't even release new titles every week. How can you have a new platform and not release games every single week? I mean, look back at the PS4, for instance. There had to have been hundreds of games to release alongside the PS4 system. And in its first year, I bet there were over 500 titles released. And talking about release date titles, the Quest only launched with 40 games. Hold on just a second, here we go again. What's that? The PS4 had less than 100 games launched in its first year. It launched with how many games? 23. You guys really need to get on this stuff. Okay, so apparently I was wrong. The PS4 launched with less titles than the Quest did, and it had less games released in its first year than the Quest, and the Quest hasn't hit its first year anniversary yet. Let's take a break, and we'll be right back. I tell you what, guys, you better get this next one right or heads are going to roll. Welcome back. This one I know is a huge negative for the Quest. Although VR is a fairly new platform, there still are some awesome games to play on the PC side of VR, such as Asgard's Wrath, Lone Echo, Boneworks, among others. One huge negative is that although, as mentioned before, you get freedom from cables, which apparently is a good thing now, the Quest is just a standalone device, meaning you cannot connect it to a PC. Hold on just a second. What is it? You're kidding me. So apparently there's this thing called Oculus Link that lets you plug your Quest into your gaming PC and play PC VR games. Oh, but wait, there's more. Of course there is. Okay. So here it is. Apparently not only can you plug your Quest into a gaming PC with Oculus Link, but some dude named Guy made this software called Virtual Desktop that allows you to play PC VR games without a cable. Like, still keeping the freedom of your Quest. So let me get this straight. Freedom, which is good, check. Already growing game library, check. Ability to play PC VR games, check. So what exactly is the purpose of this video? Am I being punked? Is this some kind of setup just to make me look bad? You know what? That's it. I quit. I'm out. See you later. What was that? I looked like a complete moron. You mean to tell me that the Quest is actually worth buying? Great. There goes my reliability. Alright, I know that was a little bit crazy, but I wanted to have some fun with some of the complaints I keep seeing about the Quest. Now, before I go, there are a couple of quick things I wanted to mention that are valid concerns. First of all, the comfort concern. Personally, I like the way the Quest fits with its stock design, but there are many people who find it terribly uncomfortable. Fortunately, there are quite a few ways to make that better. One way is to use a counterweight on the back of the Quest strap to balance out the weight, and to keep it off of your cheekbones. Another way is to use the FrankenQuest modification using the Vive Deluxe audio strap. I'll link to both in the description, as well as a video by Tychotech on how to do the modification for the Vive DAS. The other thing I do want to address is the visuals. Now, there are two parties when it comes to game visuals. Those who would rather die than not have the most amazing looking 4K lifelike HDR image, and those who pay more attention to the story and the game. I fall into the story and game category. Does the Quest have visuals that look like a PS4 Pro or a high-end PC? No, it does not due to its hardware limitations. Yes, I said it, the Quest has hardware limitations that make it look less pleasing than PC VR. You will end up with less shadows, less reflections, and less lighting effects, along with other visual downgrades. But, and here is the key, the Quest isn't about giving you the best possible visual experience. It's about giving you the best possible VR experience. To me, that means ease of use, no cable, and an overall great VR experience. Would I love to see visuals up to par with what a PC can do? Yes, of course, and someday, maybe we will be there with a standalone headset. But I am of the mindset that especially when it comes to VR, story and mechanics matter more. I can lose myself in a game on the Quest, and honestly, I'm not even noticing some of the lack of textures or shadows. Having said all that, we are still at the beginning of the Quest's life cycle. Game devs are figuring out ways to get the most out of the Quest's abilities, and if you take a look at games like Red Matter, Iron Lights, The Room VR, and many others, you can accomplish quite a lot on the Quest. So here is the final answer to the question, should you buy an Oculus Quest? And if you're asking all these questions and aren't happy with the answers, then no, you should not buy, because you probably won't be happy with the Quest regardless. But if you're looking for a platform that gives you freedom, an expanding library of games, and the ability to connect to a PC and play those full, detailed, graphical, wonderful games, then yes, definitely get the Quest.